Hey guys, Chris with Tillman Family Farms. Today we're going to be talking about some new products from our friends over at Starkline Netting. They've sent us some items to do an unboxing on and some review videos on. So today we're going to get started on that. So y'all stick around with us. It may be something that you could use on your farm. So if you've been watching our channel for a while, you know that we have a pretty good relationship with Starkline Netting. We've been using their products for the past couple of years. We've done a lot of reviews. We've got all sorts of different things from them, from chargers to premium netting to their low-end netting to gates and all kinds of stuff. So our partnership with them has kind of changed a little bit. We're now more or less a brand ambassador. That is not going to change my opinion when it comes to reviewing the products. That's something that I've been upfront with them from the very beginning. I've always been as honest as I can be about everything that we review because I just don't want to be fake. So anyhow, today we've got two of their products that are relatively new, definitely new to us. I didn't even know they had one of these, but we're going to do an unboxing, show you what's in the box, show you what comes with it, and give you our opinion of the quality of it and all that good stuff. And then we'll probably set it up. And then we'll probably do some other videos on uses and the long-term quality of it. So let's get started. Before I forget, before I go too much further, I would like to go ahead and talk to you about the affiliate link. So down in the description of this video, there will be an affiliate link to where you can go to that link and go to Starkline Netting's website, and you will receive a discount when you use that link, or you can always still use the link that we've always had, or the discount code rather that we've always had, which is in all capital letters, all one word, Tillman Family. That's Tillman Family, all one word, and use that at the checkout and you'll get 10% on anything that you buy. So now we'll get into it. All right, so the first of the two items that we have today is the Starkline S1400 Solar Energizer. And I'm gonna tell you what, this is a big mamma jamma. This thing is supposed to put off 1 joule, actually in and out. I'm not 100% sure what the in and out is, but 1 joule and then 1.4 joules. I'm gonna tell you, that's stout from a solar energizer. Got a 2-year warranty. Looks like it comes with all sorts of stuff inside the box. 1100 volts. Man, this thing is gonna pack a punch, I'm gonna tell you. All right, so comes in a nice box with a nice picture on it. All that good fancy stuff. Has a diagram. There's a diagram on this side. I don't know how well y'all be able to see that, but this is a diagram of how the Energizer should be installed with grounds and then a lead to the fence and all that good stuff. So that says grounding instructions. That's always pretty important when you're doing these things. So looks like they were a little rough on it in shipping. So we're gonna open this bad boy up. This cool box. Let's see what we got. All right, so this is some goodies, looks like. And then, hang on. Box. Okay, so that's the charger to charge the battery before you put it out. Oh yeah. So this thing's pretty sturdy, pretty stout. Let's see. Got a battery. So solar chargers are pretty simple anyway. A lot of them are just solar panel with a battery on the inside. They have a negative and a positive lead, and they have an on and off button. This one looks like it's got 2 settings. So we'll get into the instructions here in a minute and read and see what that's all about. But man, I like it. It's so this part without the battery in it is pretty light. It's got a nice little cover on the back of it, and then of course it has this fancy little nut thing here to put it all back together. So we're not gonna connect the battery leads or anything like that. I've fooled with enough of these things that I'm pretty sure I know exactly what to do with this. But we're gonna read the instructions and all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm gonna slide all that back together like such. I think, there we go. You're gonna put that back on it. And then we're gonna read the instructions like a good husband would do. Ha. All right, so in the box, charger with a battery on the inside of it. So these come with a lot of chargers. Plug it in the wall, you have a negative and positive lead to charge the battery before you ever put it in here. You know, you do that. A lot of these will tell you to hook up the battery and set it out in the sun for 2 or 3 days before you put it in service. But these come with a charger. So it looks like we've got 2 little packs here with some nuts and bolts for something. We have a positive lead with an alligator clip and a eyelet on it for easy installation. We have a blue grounding clip for, I guess that's going to be for negative positive type use on the fence, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that's blue. We're going to check out. Even though blue is Starkline's color. See the shirt. This appears to be maybe a stand for it to go on. Maybe, I don't know. But that's where the nuts and bolts go, obviously. So we're going to go into that. These are some other grounding wires, it would appear. Just about all the Starkline stuff that I've gotten comes with this one for sure. Never gotten one with this, so that's a little new. You come with a fancy owner's manual, like a brand new Ferrari would have an owner's manual. So owner's manual, and then you get this to hang. What language is that in? Yep. To hang on your fence so that you can warn would-be animals that they're about to get shocked. And then these are just some other instructions here. So cool. All right, so I'm going to go through these instructions real quick and see how they want you to assemble this thing, and then I will go through that with you guys, and we will get it stood up out here. I'll get the battery charging, and won't be able to put it in testing today because the battery's not charged. But like I said, we're going to do a long-term review anyway and a setup review. So this is really just the unboxing to see what's in here and what we think of the initial quality and everything that they included in the box. All right, guys, so I'm going to start with the battery. So this is the battery that's in the kit. 12 volt, 12 amp hour battery. Okay, so the charger that they in the instructions, these instructions are really good, by the way. I've never seen instructions quite this well. I think they've taken some advice and really beefed up the instructions on this stuff. It's a great troubleshooting section in there for your fence after you get it up and going. You know, if you lose power in it somewhere like that, great troubleshooting section. Anyway, so this literally will just plug into your wall. Black terminal, red terminal, black alligator clip, red alligator clip. They want this battery to charge for 24 hours before you put it together and put it to use. So this thing comes with 2 of these, okay? And then I told you a minute ago there were some bolts and nuts. So this is gonna bolt together as such. I think they put it in 2 pieces so they get it in the box. But it bolts together as such, and this is a stand for your charger. If you look on the back, there is a hole right here, and once you have it all put together, this simply slides in there like that and would stand up like so. Pretty nifty. It's not going to be all that terribly high off the ground, but that's fine, depending on where you're connecting to your fence and all that kind of stuff. So you can mount this thing that way, or I noticed on the battery cover, you have these 2 holes right here. And I'm sure that anybody and everybody that's done anything like this, hanging pictures or anything, these slots right here, your screw heads or nail heads go through the big holes, and then it slides down on it. It'd actually be like that. So They go in and it slides down on it to hold it up there. So fence post or anything like that, you could also mount like this. All right, so that's these pieces here. It looks to me, I got one thing, it doesn't even talk about this in the instructions, so I'm not sure what this smaller wire goes to, okay? In the grounding instructions, it shows a clip going to your ground, like when you drive your ground rod, this is what will go clip on your ground. Or I think you could actually put a grounding lug on there or something like that, and this could go onto here and go onto your ground rod. This thing's probably going to be about 3 foot long, if I had to say, when I unreel it. But as I was looking at the instructions, I was noticing that they tell you that if you're in dry conditions that you might want to drive 2 ground rods. They say 1 meter deep, so, and about 3 meters apart. So basically, this would come from your charger to the ground rod, and then to connect the 2 ground rods, I would think that this would be a great choice to connect those ground rods. And then this, of course, is going to be your power that's going to go to your fence. They have these little eyelets on here, and then they got these fancy things here. They just unscrew like so. Wow, it's deep. And then you slide that on and you screw this back on tight. So that is how these clips will attach. Other than that, I really don't see anything else. This is really simple. It looks like it's of high quality and all that kind of stuff. You know, sometimes putting these things to work and putting them in the field is the only way to find out what they're made of, I guess you could say. But by all accounts, this thing looks to be put together pretty well. It looks like they've thought through everything. And I'm gonna tell you, when I say that the instructions are pretty daggum good, they have diagrams in here of how everything should be connected. Let's see, they had a troubleshooting section that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items long. Possible solutions over here, so they got the problem and then possible solutions. So this is thought through pretty well. I'm actually kind of excited about this thing. So let me get all this stuff cleaned up, and we're going to get into the other product. And after we go through that product, we'll talk about everything as a whole and try to tell you what we feel about it coming out of the gate before we ever hook it up and put it to use in the field. All right, guys, so the second new product that we're going to talk about is a new set of netting. I'm not 100% sure if this is new to Starkline, but it is new to us 100%. We've got all sorts of netting from them. We've got utility netting. We've got sheep and goat netting. We've got the premium poultry tall. We've got the other one that's short. This one, I don't know a ton about just yet because we just got it, but it is horse netting. Let's see if I can, horse netting. So the horse netting is kind of cool to us because we have horses. We've had horses for a long time, and we do a lot of events. We take horses to different places with our horse trailer, and when we saw this product, it just kind of hit us. We were like, man, when we go somewhere that we don't have a pasture to turn these horses out in, or a barn, instead of having these horses tied up to the side of the trailer for the day, or even for an overnight camping thing or something like that, we could take this netting with us and we could set it up off the side of our horse trailer or something like that to really get a better place for them to kind of be free a little bit, but also put a charger on them that they'll respect because they know a lot about electric netting from being around here. So this one is 48 inches tall, but it's 164 feet long, just like a lot of netting out there. I'm pretty sure I know a lot of what's going to be in this box because we opened up a lot of boxes from Starkline when it comes to netting. But we're going to open it up and tell you what's in here so you'll know. And I'm going to tell you right now, you will never see your netting as pretty as what it looks like coming out of the box. I guarantee you, I don't care what kind of netting you've got. If you ever have it like this again, I would love for you to come here and teach me classes on how to put it back up like this because, whew. Anyhow, by all accounts, This is going to be the premium rods from Starkline. These are the fiberglass rods. You have dual spikes on the bottom, so here recently I've had some mixed reviews, and I've had a lot of people on older videos ask a lot of questions about the double spiked feet. I love them because you don't have to go get a rubber mallet or something like that to help you set stuff up in harder ground. But we have learned over the years of all the sets that we have that sometimes double spikes can give you some issues if you have rocky soil, or if you're trying to put netting up in a place around trees or something like that. You may get into some roots or something like that. They hold up extremely well until you get a little carried away and you go to put it in and you feel that rock, but you think, man, I can get it to go. And then you bend the crap out of these things, and that's when you start having trouble with them, is after you bend one. So be mindful with the double spikes. Looks like the netting itself has another warning thing on it for electrical shock. Let me get this box out here. All right, so netting. And then we got a bag of goodies over here, which looks like some repair items, some extra fence post tops, and it looks like some additional line to make repairs with. So they come with two of these. So this is just some extra poly wire. It's got the braided steel cable inside of it. It's either steel, I'm pretty sure it's steel. But anyway, there's two of those. So if you have to make repairs, you can make repairs. And then there's also at least one fancy repair clip. So you slide it in, and then this thing slides back over it, and it just kind of tightens up. But these things, you can buy these to repair your netting if something gets caught up in it or you tear it up, out in the field somewhere. Comes with some of these. These are additional tops to the posts themselves. So if for whatever reason one gets thrown off in the field somewhere or whatever, that can go right back on there and you pop your netting back in it. There's three of those. And I'll have to read, but these are pretty awesome. They're like a tent stake maybe, but these, just glance right here real quick, see if I'm right. I don't see it, but man, once again, they have really stepped it up on the instructions. So just like I was talking about with the charger, that they had a nice owner's manual instruction stuff. This, I want you just to look. So this is set up. It's got all these diagrams and all this other stuff. Even right here in the middle, that little piece I was just showing you, that's showing you how to use that repair piece right there. So they have really, really stepped up their game with what to do with this stuff when you get it, man. At first, it was kind of like, just get it and good luck. But it has gotten better and better and better, especially with instructions. That's pretty cool. I'm really proud of these guys. So give me just a minute, and I'm gonna unravel this, and we're gonna look at the ends of it and see if the clips on the ends to connect to each other or to other sets of wire are the same as they are on all the others. I'll go over those and tell you what I think about all this stuff. All right, so this is gonna be the end, okay? So this pigtail and this pigtail, they're made just like that, and then just like that. So these two, when you put this netting all the way up in a big circle, you would connect these two together like that, like so. They just slide together. You have one on each end. All of these wires that are twisted together are your conductors throughout the fence, and this will help you with conductivity throughout the whole entire system when you connect these together at the end. You can also connect these to other sets of wire as you're putting it up together. If you're trying to put up a big temporary area, and you had two sets of this, you could use these. These will also go to the gates that Starkline makes. So lots of good uses to this. They can fold back on it and hook to the wire, all kinds of stuff. These things are great. They work really well. we've had really good luck with using these. So now let's step over and let's talk about the construction of the netting itself. All right, so this netting is put together a lot like the sheep and goat netting from Starkline. These pieces in between, these are the uprights when you stretch this out. So these pieces are a hard plastic. These fences, in my opinion, stand up a lot better than the ones that are completely wire all the way through them. These are considered the premium from Starkline. I don't know if any of the others have this in them or not. So this is the horse netting. And then I know that the sheep and goat netting have this same thing. We've had good luck with these, and you can repair these in the same fashion. We've had to repair one or two of them that have gotten broken because we keep pigs in with them and other things like that. So we've had to do a lot of repair because we've been really, really rough on our equipment in the field. But the rest of it, this is the poly wire in between everything. The joints are nice and hard plastic. So all that stuff is really nice. And then of course the poles are fiberglass with the hard piece on the bottom there for you to put your foot on and press into the ground. All right, so I just realized that I never went over the tent stakes. I picked them up, talked about them, and then I got off on something else like a big dummy. It's like a squirrel type instance. Anyhow, the tent stakes, when I was looking in the instructions to see if I was correct, partially correct. There's a couple of different things you can use these things for. So at the bottom of netting that goes all the way to the ground, which I've just realized this doesn't go all the way to the ground, but poultry netting and sheep and goat netting and all that stuff, at the bottom of those, they have a black nylon rope that goes all the way around because you don't want to put a conductor wire down there because it'll ground out. So these could help to hold that down. If you had a dip in the ground or something like that, you could use these and hook that nylon wire and drive it in the ground to help it out. But I would imagine that with 4 of them, that this is going to make a nice square or rectangle. And when you have tension on your corners, what they want you to do is take some of this nylon rope right here that this set of netting comes tied up with, and they want you to drive one of these in the ground. They want you to tie it to the top of the post and then stretch it to here so that it'll pull it back some and give you a little bit extra support in that corner when you put it up so that your pole won't lay over, okay? We're gonna do a setup video on this later on. This was just the unboxing and showing you what was in here and kind of giving you our opinion of what we think. So when we get into the setup video, we'll go over tent stakes, and I'll also give you some other ideas of things that I do that may even be a little bit faster than the tent stake. So give me just a second and I'm gonna collect all this stuff up, clean up my mess, and then we're gonna talk about what we think of all of this fancy stuff here. All right, so Starkline S1400 Solar Energizer, worth 1 joule of Zapia, and then the 48-inch tall premium horse netting. What do I think? I think that it looks like a great product on both ends, the netting and the charger. I think that all of the literature that came with it is great. I think that it explains everything. The packaging seemed to be pretty good before UPS or FedEx decided to play kickball with it. I'm really, really excited to get this stuff all set up and get it in the field and try it out. Like I said, we're gonna do a couple of different things with this stuff, so that video may take a while. I can probably do a video on the charger before I do it on the setup with the netting, because we'll probably set the netting up here in kind of a permanent but temporary type deal, and then the next time we take horses somewhere, we'll probably set it up there off the side of our horse trailer and give you a second look at it that way. But by all intents and purposes, man, it looks like it's going to do very well for anybody's needs out in the field. You know, this charger can be used with any type of electrical, you know, setup, whether you just have a hot wire at the top of a split rail fence, or if you do rotational grazing out in big pastures with cows and you need to move a charger around a lot, this one will be able to do that for you. You know, if you got pigs and you're running a single wire down low, or even 2 wires down low, this would do great for you. If you're putting up netting around your garden, this would do great for you. If you have you know, chickens that you're running in a pasture or running around your yard with poultry netting, this would work great for you. So as far as the performance of this product, I can't attest for that just yet, but we're going to set it up and we're going to give it some time and see what we think. We'll kind of do an initial, hey, what do we think about how it gets started, and then we'll do a long-term review, probably a year down the road. So that's really all that I can mumble on about right now. You know, this thing is claiming from horses all the way up to cows and all kinds of stuff. So I really feel like this is going to be a pretty stout charger and do all the stuff that we wanted to do. So be looking for those other videos. Don't forget about the link in the description for discounts. You just go to that link and go straight to Starkline's website, and you can search all their products. They have all your fencing needs. And the good thing about Starkline is that they're pretty daggum good about keeping this stuff in stock. I know there's a lot of other companies out there that use this stuff, sell this stuff, that are constantly out of stock. So if you've been having problems with that, give Starkline a try. We've been using it for 3, 4, 5 years now, and everything's been great for us. And we have literally put it through the ringer, man. I'm telling you, dragging it through the woods and all kinds of stuff like that. So give them a try and see what you think, and you'll get a 10% discount on top of that. So we appreciate you guys watching. If you don't mind, please go down and like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you'll see all the videos we put out, and we will see you on the next video.